Welcome, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, to the 2023 Duck Derby Gaia Mountain Up Underpass Grand Prix. My name is Thavian Hawk. Joining me in the booth today as co-commentators Shadow Mr. T, our restreamer Hate the 13th, and our tracker duo of Softum and Luffy DV. Shadow Mr. T, what are we looking at for blurstings to go with these parties for our runners?
Oh, well, let's see here. Well, the fighter has been lifting some weights and has plus 20 strength and is, I guess, trying to be a paladin with Hurt Undead. Let's be honest, we're probably going to be giving it a Excalibur if we find one, so or any sword. The thief has clearly robbed the bank and hit the gold mine with plus 4,000 gold to start with and plus 10 strength to carry it all out. Let's see here. The black belt gets fighter armor upon promotion and plus 20 hit percent. Wait a second. That promoted fighter armor is not going to matter because if we have a black belt, we're not promoting anyways. And let's see here. What does Red Mage have? Red Mage has clean magic and promo sage, so, you know, it's decent. White Mage has doom magic, which if I remember correctly is 3 assortments of instant death spells, if I'm remembering correctly, as well as plus 10 hit percent. And the Black Mage has heal magic and 800 extra starting gold.
All things considered, a pretty diverse set of blurstings. Obviously, we're seeing a fairly diverse set of picks. It looks like a couple of our racers have gone with the Thief Fighter Black-White. In the case of Kumo and Maple. Down below, though, Ravioli going with that Thief Black Belt White Red, and Herpy B going with the Thief Black Belt Black White. So we got 2 Black Belt runners, 2 fighters, and an introduction of a Red Belt instead of a Black Belt for one of the runners. This is actually going to be nice variety.
I am actually shocked that we actually kind of only have one Red Mage.
I agree. The Red Mage is extremely extremely capable, but unlike the Friday race where block ace off Red Mages with legendary weapon blurstings, this promo mage can be more of a bait than any value, especially in a party with a black belt where you're not necessarily going to promo.
That is true. I mean, you can promote it after 42 if you really feel like you need it, but that just seems like a waste of time at that point.
True, and there is a ribbon in the incentive pool, which, let's talk about the flags. We have a 2 loose flag set, so there will be, in non-incentive, or in any location, there is not a no incentive location flag set for it. 2 loose items out there. They could be a random piece of equipment, or they could be the loot or key. And that key is very important because unlike previous practice event or seeds during the build up to this event, there is no thief walk picking. So these thieves they're bringing are purely for the gold and the swings, and the evasion and chance of running away. But either way, here we go.
Yeah, it seems like we're off. Also, is it just me, or is Kumo? I'm gonna say this as a joke. He's playing the wrong game. Those are Zelda sprites. You know, I contemplate using them. I'm like, no, I'll just use what I normally use. Oh, well. Oh, warp rate off the bat. That's very nice to see early.
Life as well. Excellent value there for any of the white casters. 3rd floor of Marsh has our Oxyale, according to the Hint Giver.
Hint Givers? Who talks to those?
15 gold for plus 4 chain armor. That's actually quite good gear to have. Yeah. And longsword plus 4. That's
it's a nice weapon
pretty
for the fighters.
Solid weapon.
Yep, for the fighters. And jokes aside, though, who checks Hint Givers? I'm so not used to them being turned on that I don't know where they are. But they are helpful.
A bigger check item is finding the bottle for just about 25,000 gold in the shop here in Corneria. That is our shop item located in the cheapest possible place. The shop in Corneria has a special flag set where the item found in it cannot be exorbitantly priced to block people from having to grind cheap monsters for large quantities of gold. As we get our first jumps into tow for finding a short sword in the bottom left, with Maple and Ravioli falling close, going for that top box, finding some gold, finding some more gold. Nothing to shock at or to scoff at with that 5,000 pack, but on to Garland.
I think that was a silver dagger, actually. Yeah, it's a silver dagger and the bomb left. No, it's true.
Ah,
Sorry. Well, we can kill Carrie now, that's for sure.
get a quick look at the death magic there. Didn't really use it, but got the kill either way. And we have our first look at the Royals. We've got the Amethyst, which is our ruby. And we have the Rod, so that is a crowbar and a gemstone. That is the Melman package right there. So once we have access to the Outer Sea, we are most likely going to see a Titans, a Sarda, and a Diamond Earth.
Oh, well, it looks like... Oh, I see we have multiple people writing that flags with different settings for the ruby change, because I think that we have crowns for Kumo instead of the ruby.
Ravioli choosing to go straight to Provoca. Understandable, get the access to that magic, get access to the incentive item from Bicky. And with the amount of gold that they got, they're not really incentivized to make a quick play up to Matoya's to look for more gold or a loose, which can be done.
Yeah, and really with no mobility, we don't really have any use to go left, because the only open progression is just the walk to Dwarf Cave from Canaria. Everything else is turned off.
Very true. There's no
Which
free
kind of shocked me
so...
actually at first. during it, yeah.
Well, we got our first kill on Bicky's Pirates getting the crystals. So that's a direct move to Matoya.
Yeah, we're paying off for not checking her early. We can open everything in one go.
And that is the worthless magic shop or item shop having only heal potions. So cheap and effective. And there's some zappage to the 4th dimension. Almost all the pirates gone for Maple's swing.
Oh,
Bane didn't land though.
Nope.
Harm 3, Cure 3, Heal 2, and Lamp in level 2 white. Then level 2 black. What do we have? Sleep Lit 2, Ice 2, and Ice 3. That is a solid magic sweeper. That is something that Group A on Friday did not get early.
No, we did not. Because we all brought red mages. No white mage. The Harms 3 would have been nice. But that's
the Harm
an
3
RC.
worked well. Yeah, the Harm 3 worked well. If they go to Marsh. And only if they go to Marsh with that value. Up. And we have a Womp as far as a hint giver next to the white shop in Provoca, as Ravioli is our first racer on their way to check Matoya with that crystal and check what chests may have.
Wait, what did the hint giver say?
Something about duck.
So, wait, the hint givers can just be duds? No wonder why I don't talk to them.
I do remember a demonstration run where the hint givers kept giving the exact same hint. It was quite hilarious.
That does sound funny. Alright, what we got in Matoya's? Let's see here. 1700, Cure Pot, Silver Armor, and some Dynamite.
And we are on our way to Dwarf Caves.
That's concerning.
The incentive item, and it's the deep item, but we did get Warp, which are from level 1 black, so we'll be able to get out of there without having to run it out.
Yep. It's definitely a thing to learn, is if you're down like that, or even in Sarda's Cave, use Warp if you have, excess magic charges.
It can even be valuable if you're going from floor to floor, where you can warp back from a deep dive for an item fetch to the entrance of the floor.
Actually, a good spot to use that in is at the volcano. Instead of if the Agma tile is something particularly nasty, you can just warp back to the previous floor and walk back down the stairs. After getting the incentive item.
And that is the ship.
Well, that doesn't do anything to us with a canal.
True. Well, it does give us access to Elfland magic and Marsh Cave.
Again, I'm so used to that, the extended open progression flag being on.
And our first looks at water encounters are being bypassed as Ravioli is doing hard reset, or the soft resets to skip encounters. Encounter manipulation seemed doing well, because that is a very good run after maybe the 4th or 5th reset.
No, we would love to have that on Friday. Oh, well, nuke and fast. And Yeah, that's both a nice thing and a bad thing. It's nice to see. Oh, and Fade. Oh well, Fade's in the white mage lock slot, so that's fine.
Well, for Ravioli's case, that's fine. Maple will
Wait,
also have that. In fact, I think
wait.
all of our party
What?
members had the white mage, so Fade will be
Yeah.
for everyone.
Yep.
At least everyone on stream.
Yep. Ooh,
This would
exit
be a
wall
Luffy
4.
DB stream, Classic Gamer. Or Seed.
Exit wall 4. Also, Cure 4. Wow, that red mage is kind of stacked for walls 3 magic.
Oop, we got a hint on the floater just there.
Oh, did you catch where it was? Because I didn't.
Unfortunately, I did not.
Hey, one of the trackers caught. I'm actually going to make my window a bit bigger. There we go. Now I can see a bit better.
I believe that's an earth floor.
Hooray! The Hooray Dwarf is suffering. Oh. Never mind,
Thank you, Kumo.
I think it said that the Hooray Dwarf was suffering from bonitis too. Yeah, we need to let him go take a rest.
We got exit and wall at level 4 white. Definite mobility advantage for earlier for getting out of dungeons.
Yep.
And our first move into Marsh with Ravioli.
What will he find? Going bomb first. Which
Now, I'm curious with
the right
Maple
play.
because forgetting that they don't have access to the canal.
Yeah. Having to find a canal somewhere can be sometimes a trip up. Now the real question is though, are we gonna find a loose item that gets us somewhere in Marsh?
Very true.
Or
And
is the incentive gonna have it?
Very true, and there is the fact, yep, that is the Oxyel we already knew was here, and that is a loose, so that's additional to the incentive item that will be in the incentive chest here.
Yeah, that is true. And unrunnable trap tile, that's unfortunate.
What?
Yeah, I almost read it. It's definitely an Earth. Earth definitely has the floater.
And that is the canoe. That is access to Crescent Lake, Ice Cave, and Volcano, and with early exit and warp, early Ice Cave, and the loot. That is both loose. What magic is this?
What is this seed? Luffy.
You made it easy on them.
Yeah, what is this?
At least on the early items. I mean, we found early incentive items on Friday pretty fast, the Power Gauntlet and the Herb, but they weren't the loot and the Oxyale.
Yeah.
Either way, early items and stuff don't make it an easy seed. We know very well how Rando can make things worse.
Yeah.
This also means that early dive or the jump up to the top of Earth is completely pointless because those loose aren't going to be there. Saves an extra chunk of walking for the runners.
Meanwhile, hate mentioning, yeah, that box where that I'm pretty sure the loot was in was definitely one of the boxes that you can easily skip if you're, because if you find both, you know, that incentive item that you already knew was loose in here, and get the incentive item, you might just think about what do you call it, warping out of Marsh before checking the rest of the boxes.
Yeah, with all the loose items, having access to warp and not seeing anything that's really too damaging, that is the adamant. That is back to to dwarves from the sages in Crescent Lake. But having access to warp and exit, taking the time, having not seen anything with crack or zap or fire 3 or cremate, anything that could really wipe you, it made sense to go for those extra boxes.
Yep, meanwhile, apparently we have a Katana +5 sighting in the top of Marsh. Where was that? Well, I didn't have tail last seed, but again, that's another time. I should probably stop mentioning that.
Yeah, well, we had a -2 Katana. Both of them were in Cardia so...
They were -3, not 2.
We didn't need them, though. We had the Masa, the Vorpal, and the Excal all roll up and be easily accessible. Either way, talking about our current racer sets, Kumo going through
Ooh,
getting a ribbon there,
ooh, and a
-3
ribbon.
in North in Marsh top. So Marsh top actually was not worth skipping, depending on how these racers look at it. Ravioli with that admin in hand, making the ride back up to talk to Smithy McBeardsmith to get the tail. That is the promo that they don't care about. At
Yep.
least Ravioli won't. The others most likely will.
Yeah. Actually, that ribbon that was in the right chest too, which I believe is the link chest in on Marsh, like going downwards, or is it the R chest?
I'm not certain. Now here's an interesting one. Ravioli going back up to Provoca. I'm not certain what is in Provoca other than to save. I guess they're going to Ice Cave. You wouldn't
Oh
go to
boy.
Provoca if you weren't going to Ice, and with Warp and Exit, I kind of understand this route.
Same. I was like, I had like something up in my head, and then I just lost it. Lovely. I love when that happens. Oh, right. Ribbon -3. It doesn't matter that it's -3. It's still a ribbon.
Yes, the ribbon is the best armor in the game, bar having the blurring that says you have resist all anyways. Maple liberating the poor tortured soul that is the Ray Dwarf. The Hodor of the Final Fantasy 1 universe. As we get our ice dive from Ravioli. Now at this point, the canal is actually very valuable, and seeing it here would give access to the Outer Sea. Alternatively, we could see the key, or the crown, or the herb. Any of the still valid fetch quests to make them run more.
Yeah. You know, I hate kind of correcting me. Yeah, there is two like both of those chests are linked on the second floor. I only remember where the one box is.
Orderon making a point in chat. We have those people who got that Katana +5. Having that tail be easily available early makes promo much more appealing to those runners. And the slab comes out. Okay, well this is interesting.
Anybody up for a fetch quest?
That volcano. We know that the volcano incentive item is now our exit.
Whether it be the key or the actually wait. Well, actually, it could be key or herb. Actually, it could
Yeah,
be key
key,
into
herb, or
herb into crown.
as I said, any of the still valid fetch quests, the more fetch you get out of the way early, the more experience you gain for your grind. So there is some good value to it, but obviously you want to get in the air before you go through all those fetches to get as much time off your encounters as possible.
Yeah. Also, I've just noticed that with the box that has who's on the race crew, all the ducklings seem to have ducks next to their names now. What is this?
I would appreciate a beaver instead of a duck, but that's just because I'm an Oregon State fan, not an Oregon fan. Either way,
Well,
we
I mean,
have Ravioli with the slab warping or exiting out. Looks like Maple's going to do the exact same thing. So if there's something on those lower floors of ice that would be worth having, they are missing it. Obviously, knowing they've already got both of them loose out of Marsh Bottom, they're not incentivized in going heavily searching at this point. They're more
yeah.
incentivized in getting it done and getting into the Outer Sea. They also have those checks with Sarda having the ruby and the rod and Earth. So once they're out of the Inner Sea, they get access to their floater from Earth. It's very big incentive to go.
Who's messing with that? There's now more ducks. And also the more ducks hates like more ducks. Look, I'm also Canadian. Technically, the beaver would be more appropriate for me as well.
So far, nothing coming out of the armory for Ravioli. Probably gonna check. Oop, there you go. White shirt -3 and the Agama tile. This is huge because Ravioli is running that black belt, and that Agama will show up in the first treasure room on the Agama floor in a grind safe tile where he can just go up and down in and out of that tile and not have any off step encounters. Yes, this Agama might be thick and might be hard to kill, but if he gets the spell charges and is able to grind up to say 20 or so, could totally make this work. Probably gonna heal up, maybe warp out. Nope, he's gonna go straight for it. I approve of this move. The early Agama find, the Agama isn't too thick. The Agama knows what he's doing, is going after the black belt, but that's Ice 3 from the red mage, Harm 3 from the white mage, swing, gets another kill, gets another level on the rest of the party while he's at it. I don't think he's going to start dropping party members until he's in the upper teens, probably 18 or so.
Yeah, I would still not grind on this tile. As you said, there's a safer tile to do this on. And actually, you even have lava to down the other party members effectively. Put them down to 1 HP to drop them down for a nice nap.
True, and oh wow, this is scary. He's going for punches to try and whittle it down and take hits to down the rest of his party. He is going uber aggressive with getting this party down and getting that grind on the black belt, and I can't agree with that.
Yeah, no.
I think it's too early to wipe the party.
Yeah, this is a bold move, Cotton. It's a bit early to grind this black belt like that. We definitely need to give it to the teens. It seems like he is adjusting a bit with the white mage casting Fade.
Maple, following into Volcano, finds the Agama, finds the house, decides to take a few fights on the Agama as well. Not the best place for it, but having warp and exit, Maple is just looking to get some levels on the rest of the party. Sort of a party, or more of a party grind than a solo grind, so I doubt they'll be taking it too many times more. Probably just take it a few times, run out of charges, exit out, and use the house that was gotten to get back up and go. Ravioli reevaluating the magic charge situation, having lost the red mage, and kept going right back in it.
Yeah.
There goes the last spellcaster. This is punch.
Yeah, Saracen making a point. Yeah, you definitely need a bit more juice in this black belt before you can get this grind going. Let's see here. Meanwhile, we got Herbie. Is that Herbie? Is that how you pronounce that?
Herbie B.
Yeah, Herbie B is checking. I didn't see what they got in the bottom of not Marsh. Bottom of Ice Cave. I know my dungeon.
Here's the moment of truth. 5 hits, 192. Swinging in, 6 hits, 200. It just ticked over into the 6 hits from 4 hits, and that seems to be enough for a 2-shot, but it's still taking quite a bit of health. But that said, 5,000 per, the rate at which it's going to level up and gain heat points, this actually might work out. Again, the off-tile encounter risk is here, grinding here, but this actually might work out perfectly. Yes, Loopy DV pointing out in chat, we have a plus 20 hit percentage, so it actually requires lower levels to hit that turnover for number of total hits.
I'm trying to think with the plus 20 hit percent. What? Because how many hits do you get at 42?
That is the normally 10 hit, I believe.
10. So what would it be for 10 hits now? With plus 20 hit percent. So okay, so not too many less levels. Okay, guess that makes sense.
This is going to be a punch cannon online, sub 30 minutes. At this rate, probably 25 minutes going to be up to the 42.
Yep, getting the punch. This is optimal punch cannon online stuff. Is getting it online this early. Like, we're gonna see Ravioli basically just Falcon punch everything in the face afterwards. After he's done.
It will be interesting to see if Ravioli actually does switch the black belt into the front position. Normally, you'd take that thief for its advanced evade and luck chances, so you'd have higher probability of getting first strike and or chain strike first, and the ability to run better. But if you're facing lower level dungeons like Earth Cave, for instance, you have a higher probability of the enemies just straight up running away from you than you trying to run away. And Maple actually, down the Agama floor, checking that first room where this tile would be, found a ruse stick. So that's excellent to find.
Very excellent. Yeah, I would put the what do you call it? The everyone's down volcano. I would obviously wait until you're done grinding to put the black belt on front. But yeah, definitely afterwards, you put the black belt up front and just have everything else run from you. Run
Very
in
true.
fear.
Having the black belt in back with the thief up front, you keep the thief's ability to get the chance to strike first without having to have it alive. So that makes sense to keep it there. Some EXPs for Kumo, going with some spells and swings to get that experience for the party. As Maple finishes the clear out on the Agma floor, going to get the incentive tile down on Carrie's floor. And there is an off tile encounter for a 4-pack of EXPs, which can hurt, but might go down fast enough and just stack onto the gains. And that is the good eye tile.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wait, where is it? Is it on the Agma tile?
If it is, then that's just a blessed volcano.
That is, yeah. I think Ravioli's lucky that the EXP didn't have anything. Oh no! Wait.
That is a fetch item. We are going back to Elfland.
Wait, the eye tile. Wait, the eye tile was the red D tile, wasn't it? Or was it the Aga?
The Agma is on the...
No, not the Agma, the eye tile. Oh, yep, the eye's on the Agma tile. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is what we want. Yeah, I saw it now.
Now the question is, does this eye actually have anything bad? Because that glare on Friday... Is it a risk? Now here's another interesting question. Maple going for more levels, understandable, but at 15, every level you take past that reduces the charges that you'll get on your fighter and your thief when they promote. Getting more power now versus having the chance to get more spells later as a backup. Looks like choosing level 16 as the go mode, switching up and going for carry as Ravioli continues punching and encountering, and yep, level 31, actually moving to the front. That's not advisable.
Yeah, I think it might be possible at this point for that Agma to just say, nope, I'm out.
And Classic Gamer in chat mentioning that the ogres or hyenas in that combo pack, one of those had glares. It looks like Hate 13 saying it was the hyenas. No one likes those laughing cat dog hybrids from the plains.
Yep. Meanwhile, Maple's on carry, and I just realized something that Maple has turned on. That's not Fade being cast. That's Holy.
That is the updated spell names flag to bring the spells into line with the rest of the later games.
That is not a thing I see turned on too often.
Very true, and that is our first orb lit at 2435 for Maple, clearing carry and moving on to deal with some elf herb turn-ins. It's a dyslexia friendly factor as it separates the spells more clearly so people can identify them.
Yep, and of course the only spell that doesn't change is, well, there's a couple spells that don't change. Nuke being one, which I'm glad for. I miss Flare being called Nuke. I don't know why.
37 levels and counting for Ravioli as the herb turn-in for Maple turns into the Canal. That is access to Melman Continent, that is access to Sarda, that is access to Earth Cave, which we know has not just an orb for us with a speed bump in front of it, but a floater.
Yep. Unfortunately, the herb not turning into the crown, though, to keep this fetch quest going. It's fine. We're gonna find the crown somewhere and it'll be the key.
Now here's the fun part. Maple deciding to take that continued run to the left to go get the ship that was left at Provoca, it seems, so choosing not to go back through the inner sea to get it.
Yeah. This is why if you're gonna canoe from ice, or to Ice Cave and you have a boat, just dock right near Elfland at that river dock, if that's, which I think is turned on since we did canoe all the way back.
Whatever the case may be, Kubo moving down, having some grind, getting that roost stick from the Agama floor. Herbie B is currently going through the process on the lava lake of Volcano 1 to down his party, minus keeping up that punch cannon. He wants to take that punch grind, but he's going to take it just like Herbie or Ravioli in the armory floor, as Ravioli so said is now out and going. That is 831 experience or hit points on a fully operational punch cannon.
Yeah, no, nothing's gonna stand. Yeah, that is. There's the ground is shaking from that black belt just walking.
The swollenness factor could very well cause the volcano to erupt.
If you're a carry at this point, hearing that, would you just run? Would you just walk out? Just let the light warriors take the orb?
Well, honestly, probably just think it's geothermal activity and pass it off from there. Maple getting the translation of the slab while she's in Melmond. As Ravioli saved, backed out, and is heading full bore towards an incentive item and a carry kill. It's probably going to kick himself when he sees the eye, but, well, you take the good grind you have when you have it. Wasn't the best place to take it necessarily, but definitely took it to the extreme that one should. Meanwhile, Herbie B, now on that grind, is realizing just how painful it can be. Ooh, getting a Bane kill on an Agama, that's hilarious. Jumo doing some item shuffling, getting that white shirt onto the front party member, finding the eye tile.
And probably being like, well, oh well. Yeah, but yeah, no, this. Yes, Saracen. Both loose have been found.
They were both in Marsh bottom of all places.
Yep. Yeah, you know, it's. I'm pretty sure later loose is turned on. That's
Yes,
pretty early. I always find that funny.
Of course, the trade-off for not going to Marsh top was losing access to the katana that was up there, but, well, most
we have
two
a
of our
oh.
runners are on punches. There was a carry. Then it punched.
Also, we're casting Bane against a vampire.
I don't think
carry.
that works.
No, it's swinging 256 times it will. But yeah, all I can imagine a level 42 black belt at carry is doing the Mario 64 Bowser throw to her, just grabbing her by the tail and just swinging her out of the volcano.
Well, I can imagine that with Kraken, just grabbing a hold of all the tentacles all at once, just swinging around and throwing it like a hammer toss.
Yep. Meanwhile, Kumo is taking a more traditional carry fight.
And getting the kill as Ravioli gets in the boat and heads towards Elfland. And Maple is searching the armory and finding that floater that was foretold. That is all you need out of this dungeon. And Kumo is going for a grind, it seems. Getting some burnout and going back to the Agama tile to fight some eyes.
This
is
is
an
very
interesting choice.
Also, I hate to admit this, but this definitely is a black belt seed with that early Agama grind available and basically being forced to be there.
Yeah. Both of these grind tiles being forced encounters, both of which having, well, the racers do or do not take them as a safe grind location. We have a earth kill on a speed
Did you
bump
see
for
anything on Maple's screen?
No, I just saw some flickery screen action and then an exit.
I think the car hit something, though. Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing.
Maple making the correct choice. Actually gonna go ahead and get in the ship and go get the floater turned in to get access to the sky. It is faster to do this than it ever would be to run into and out of out of Titan's Trove to get to Sarda. You miss having those encounters, and the movement is just that bit faster than running. Oh, and also taking the menuing chance to use the floater and pop the bottle, so you don't have to go in the menu again. Just go straight down to
Oh,
Gaia.
crashing into it.
Well, I mean, extra parking.
I think we might need to look at Maple's airship license.
That is Temper located on Thunder 3 at level 7 in Gaia. Not going to be nice to have it. That's info on the loot we already have. Will the fairy give us a incentive ribbon? That is excellent to find, especially since unless you went to Marsh Top again to get that katana, you didn't get the loose ribbon that was there. So a few of our runners have katanas, a few of our runners have ribbons, and we'll all have that incentive ribbon if they go turn the bottle in, which was for sale in Corneria of all places.
Yep. A flag landing on town turns into
Ooh,
development.
gold bracelets for sale in Gaia. They're over 20,000 gold, but they are +4.
Oh, at least you're paying for that extra value.
Oh, most definitely. And pro rings +1 for only 4,600. This is a stacked armor shop.
Yeah, this is an armor shop. Actually, you don't even have enough. Actually, do you have enough? Oh, does he have enough gold? Or do they? I apologize. My tongue is twisting over itself. Yeah,
as Maple is going through the fetch in the Gaia, we've got a punch to the punch on the vampire for Ravioli.
Classic Gamer apparently saying that's their vanilla armor shop. I believe it actually that they are.
And then Maple going to Cardia from getting that turn in for the bottle, actually checking the Cardia chests that have access to the incentive item here. What do we got? Is the chime. That is half of the way into Sky.
There's Ale Market. I was about to say I couldn't remember the person's name who we call the airship school for crash landing in the places. I'm glad they showed up to remind me. And it looks like Maple is what to go promote.
Understandably so. Does not have the katana, but definitely has access to a thief that you want to promote and a fighter that you want to promote. Now we know where that first katana was located, but we do not know where a second katana is because there are 2 in the pool. Plus the Vorpal and Nasa are incentivized.
But the Vorpal's not a real sword, we know this.
Not all the time, sometimes though.
Also, meanwhile, the speed bump is down Ravioli's screen.
You mentioned something? Well, out of Earth Cave goes Ravioli, 2 orbs lit as Maple, now on 2 ordeals. Yep. And Herbie B, having done some grinding, backs out of Volcano, saves up with a cabin, and dives right back in to deal with a, carry.
Yep. All we need is a key and a cube, and we're in go mode.
A key cucumber? I hate myself for that.
Oh god. There's more ducks, isn't there now? How many ducks? Hey, are you the one putting all those ducks there?
If you flash the troll in the middle of the screen, Hate, I wouldn't put it past you. Either way, we've got 2 ordeals. Ravioli jumping straight into ordeals, not doing the bottle check, not doing the cardia check. As Kumo out of Volcano with their orb lit is gone and getting the canal, getting access out of the inner sea. Maple and Ravioli in lockstep almost going with the warp
Wait,
packs.
did Maple wipe?
Nope.
Luffy's thinking they might have wiped. Saracen being where my loot goblins at? Well, one of them's in the booth right now, so... Oh! There was also apparently one on screen for a moment.
And Maple through, as is Ravioli. Their encounter table seems pretty locked. That is a Jotunheim pack. Kumo getting the tail turned in from that adamant. question is, how many boxes will Maple check?
Well, nope.
There's
Mr.
the key.
There it is.
That should be mentioned that ordeals, the incentive item was actually loose in ordeals, so it didn't have to be in the incentive chest. It was not in the incentive chest. So Maple's probably just going to exit out, getting an extra pro ring after buying a bunch. And that is a cube away from go mode. Now Maple did, I believe, translate the slabs, so could easily see Maple going straight down, then landing, going to check Lefane, not only because get access to the item from the Lefanians, but having promoted and having access to the Lefanian Superstore with all the magic that was not in Gaia itself, which, having already been, did not need to go.
So I just realized something interesting. Yeah, Dark Moon, we do not know where the cube is yet. But also something interesting, or if I'm unless of course I was misseeing, but I'm pretty sure Ravioli sailed to ordeals.
That is the faster way to get there technically. Yep, that is the
Yeah.
Vorpal +1 from Sarda. That is a sword that actually is useful, especially if you don't find a katana.
It's just a sharper butter knife.
So Sarda is off the table. That leaves Lefane and Waterfall, Lefane, Waterfall, and Canaria locked.
Yep.
And Sea locked.
Yep.
We have the Sea locked incentive with the mermaid prison enabled, so every single room in the mermaid floor is locked up to keep those dirty mermaids in their hole.
Yep, Bubbles is locked up, so we probably won't see her carbonate. There's the crown in Canaria lock, though.
Looks like we might be going full clear on this scene, and another pro ring found after purchasing pro rings.
Yep, every time.
Thankfully for Maple, that crown is an easy turn in straight out of Canaria. Hopefully finding the cube and going into go mode, but we shall see. That is a defense sword. Very nice to see, but not the cube. Although, even if it rolls neutral, the defense sword is a substantial upgrade as far as weaponry, in my opinion. Extra weaponry, extra utility.
Actually, the one place we know where the cube is not is Sky itself, because Sky itself has an incentive box somewhere in Sky.
Very true.
But we kind of need a cube to get there.
We could still have a vanilla cube, though, if it's in the robot's hands in Waterfall. As Ravioli is actually going to Lefane, we'll find out what those Loompa Loompa people have.
And it's the
Masa +2. That is the biggest stick we've seen so far.
Yep.
And the hint check. Yep, just talking about the chime that he already has.
Talking about where the chime is. Yeah, because they're not holding it anymore. Alright, well, Maple's going to see, ooh, is that the hint giver?
Oh, that said the cube. I missed what it said.
Yep. Yep.
If that said it was in Sea Shrine, yep, Maple heading down Sea Shrine.
Yeah, I think it was a hit for the cube in Sea Shrine. Did it say what floor it was on?
Well, if it's Sea Shrine, we know it's going to be in a lock. Oh man,
wow.
It's chest 1.
That's free. Why are we checking boxes?
Well, that ice shield is excellent equipment.
Yep. Actually, you can combine that with the flame armor.
Well, I'd say the gold +4 is more value in armor than the flame armor.
Or we're putting the flame mail on the fight. Okay. You know what? Yeah, true. Or on, yeah.
Maple is doing it. Maple is going out of their way to carbonate some bubbles.
Well, let's hope we see Bubbles carbonated. Saracen was asking for their loot goblin. We found them. Oh, there's Bubbles carbonated. Right in the doorway.
Holding onto a Zeus bonk, which is kind of thematically appropriate. Wait, no. Never mind. I was getting Zeus and Poseidon mixed up. What's wrong with me? Well, carbonated bubbles aside, Maple's first racer down Sea Shrine side towards a Kraken has Ravioli picking up the cube. Will Ravioli warp out? Ravioli is not carbonating bubbles. Ravioli is in punch the Kraken mode and go, go, go for a good reason. As Herbie B, talking about it, has just punched a speed bump into non-existence. I mean, it didn't exist in the first place, so easy enough.
Yep. Literally, I guess the speed bump was flattened and there's no longer a speed bump in the road?
Kumo checking the Sarda, getting that Vorpal +1 as Maple with a Ravioli right on their tail. They're dang near in lockstep and Warper encounters. In fact, Ravioli has taken the lead in the run, not checking any chests in Sharknado, not checking any chests in the halls. This is go mode for the fact that, well, go mode.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Ravioli did check that one chest, and...
Yeah, Ravioli got the cube and then
Okay.
immediately warped out.
Okay.
Didn't
Packer's
pop
just lagging a bit behind then.
Yeah, didn't pop a carry, didn't pop a bubbles, carbonated bubbles, either way. Should say pop bubbles, bad connotations.
Lobster's doing some damage here, just by punching.
A seafood party package without the trolls? That's just even more trolly.
It was literally all lobsters. Maple's gonna be the first runner to see the Kraken. What is Kraken gonna do? This isn't Kraken 2, but this is Kraken 1. Kraken 1 can just be as dangerous.
Kumo out of Ice Cave with the slab as Maple starts swinging in. Ooh, only 55 damage for 6 hits. But that holy 140 coming in, cleaning it up. The block mage went down, but the rest of the party stayed up. And there's life casters in the form of that white mage, so...
Oh, wait. Wait, did we actually have someone miss that loot? In Marsh? Did I commentators curse that for, like, the start? Oh, boy. I claim no responsibility.
If Herbie B is missing the loot, that could be catastrophic.
They got the hint, thankfully, for it just there in Gaia. Yep, it'd be well both Maple heading to Waterfall.
That's interesting, knowing that the cube is in hand. That's very weird. Well, Ravioli with the punch cannon on his way up the tower to the Sky Fortress to deal with the Dragon Lady, as Kumo has made his way to promote, and Herbie is about to pick up the incentive item from Cardia Forest. Maple making a pretty fast run of the ice cave or the waterfall so far.
Now the real question will be, how long will Herbie be, hold off on going to get that loot from Marsh?
Now the question is, will this power bonk that the last incentive item in the pool, is that going to be enough value to catch up with the punch cannon that Ravioli has running and is already in Mirage Tower?
My guess is probably not. No, I think we're still... Yeah, no, we're still in Mirage.
Chime picked up for Kumo.
Yeah, this is very much... This is very much go, 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 don't open our box mode.
Also known as Lord Fizzlebeef mode. Just remembering the many times I've seen him run where he's just gone into go mode and missed every chest along the way. Or skipped every chest along the way. Not missed, he intentionally chose not to go to them. Will Ravioli... Nope, not even gonna bother with the incentive chest check. I'm trying to remember what would have been left. We've already gotten everything but one thing, evidently.
If I'm remembering correctly, the incentive chest in Sky is random. Aha, it is. I was right. I remembered. Oh, wow. Almost a free walk across the bridge.
Metal slimes, but not needing a grind.
I'd be more curious if Ravioli would have taken a war mech if he would have saw it.
I will be honest, I am somewhat shocked that Ravioli is keeping the thief up at this point. Going 2-man with the black mage, or with the black belt and the red mage, and just keeping that thief in the front for the encounters, even though it would be down, would speed up those turns. But that's a level 45 black belt and a level 17 red mage that made it out, and that is all orbs lit at 4630 for Ravioli on his way to be our first on-stream runner into Topher, and a blue stake just for the fun of it. Bye bye blue stake, 1600, 14 damage, and 10 hits.
Oh, and normal stake. He's not full yet. That blue stake running blessed. Are we gonna see iron golems in Topher as well? That'll be the true blessing if we see iron golems in Topher. And yeah, Ravioli, I'd be going to my heal pot. Oh, he's at 99. He hasn't had to heal. He's fine.
Herbie, well, that's going on. Herbie on the way to through ordeals. Kumo getting some magic, and our first look at some hint bats, just one it seems. 4723, our first dive into Topher, and then a reset out because of encounters.
Yep. Wow, this is a seed. Oh, well, looks like we're burning off some encounters.
4738, our actual first dive into Topher.
There, now we actually have a proper dive in. But yeah, this is something. This is fast.
No validation checks, almost certainly. This is going to be just go through the plate, go into the past, and yep, there it is.
I've always wondered something. Why can't we just use the crowbar from the Earthcade to lift that plate? They look the same.
But magic.
Yeah. But magic is a crutch to this seed by the seams of it. Using a level 42 black belt.
Brute force can't solve everything, although it solves many things. It also depends on your definition of solving anything. Maple getting into Mirage, having some blue stakes on the way.
What would that bonus be, Dark Moon? I want to know.
Ravioli taking a second to move the ribbon down from the thief onto that red mage. So you've got the ribbon-ish resistance of the black belt. You've got the ribbon on the red mage. That's the two key party members that are going to hopefully carry Ravioli through this Toph dive. As Kumo now in ordeals along with Herbie B. Herbie B seems to be a little lost or confused, just going back through. Maple on their way up through Sky 2 towards the Bridge of Destiny, as we are almost to our first encounter with an actual fiend.
No, this isn't a fiend. This isn't a fiend. This is a speed bump Mark II.
12 hits, a lot of damage, and a gone.
Yeah, it was like 17 something.
One has to remember that in the vanilla game, that has an opening nuke cast, so you gotta be worried about it. But that's the vanilla game.
Yeah, that's vanilla, and just get turn order and not see it.
And Kumo getting the key out of the chest, choosing to exit out, it seems, instead of go through the rest and get the chests. Understandable. There is a carry 2 down. Didn't even care to notice that one. I am expecting the first real threat to be here with Kraken, knowing Kraken's propensity to punch just as hard as a big old black belt.
Are we gonna see Kraken Honda?
Sopnum pointing out that yes, indeed, Herbie B has been confusified.
Ooh, Unrunnable Wars. That's very vanilla.
Well, getting that swing out with that, I believe... No, Ravioli didn't get the Masa. Or did Ravioli... Ravioli got the Masa, yes. So never mind, that's the Masa on the thief.
Alright, we have Kraken. What are we gonna see? Are we gonna see a white mage go down? Or are we gonna see the black belt get punched in the face? No, we're gonna see black belt get initiative and just smack Kraken. Alright.
Didn't even need the temper, didn't even need a fast, just punch.
Yep, just punch. Meanwhile, Maple is up to Tiamat. Actually, we're about to see double Tiamats potentially here. The only difference being one is in Topher and one is in Sky. I mean, Tia 2 can be no slouch. I've seen Crack into, like, fall like a cheap tent and then Tiamat be an utter brick wall.
Well, yeah, swing from the thief. We got Invis out. The white mage goes down. The Tia 2 goes down. Honestly, that Tia 2 was less thick than one would expect. That was only about 900 hit points or so.
Yeah.
Either way, not bothering to try and do anything. This is just go, go, go. Don't have life magic. Oh, does have life 2. So, in fact, had that life 2 from the blursing.
Well, I mean, if it weren't for the chip damage, the black belt wouldn't have one punched Tia 2.
True, true, true.
But we have chaos.
Invis out on the team, swing with the ninja, gets 50 damage in. Ninja gets the dodge, fast coming out on the black belt in the correct order. Punch, 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 1700 damage, and a GG in chat, please, for Ravioli, our first runner to finish on stream, and in fact, our first runner overall with a racetime.gg time of 52 minutes, 11 seconds.
I didn't even finish the snack I brought up. What is this?
As pointed out in chat, that was a pretty thin chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Finn. Oh.
Maple taking a chance, actually checking supplies and deciding, nope, not diving Topher, gonna buy some heal pots and other supplies beforehand. Understandably so, just topping it off to be sure. As Kumo is actually going through the process of diving into Waterfall, and we've got a check-in with the Crown and the King for Herbie B, who's finally out of ordeals. We are joined in the booth with Ravioli. GG's.
Hey, thank you. GG, everybody.
Welcome to the club of the Punch Cannon Online and Volcano.
Oh, I know, right?
Did you...
Go ahead.
Did you ever think to go to the safer tile, though?
I did, and that's on the 6th floor, is it?
It's the first... Yeah, it's the first room in the Agama floor.
I did, but I couldn't warp out, so I wanted to be able to walk out. And that grind was a little scary. That was very dicey at the beginning, and it could have easily gone sideways quickly. But that 20% hit was huge, and I luckily added a black belt to the party. So,
well, GG's all the same. What do you think of the blursings that made you choose that black belt and, in fact, the rest of your party?
Well, I like having magic casters with unrunnables for sure, and Thief is just so helpful for ambush avoidance and running. And I almost took some extra red mages with the promo Sage. But I've been kind of running this generally kind of party. Maybe I take a black belt, maybe I don't. And today I think it was the right choice. I got lucky, especially with too loose so early. That was such a clincher,
Yeah.
Speaking of the too loose, Herbie B back in Marsh. He exited out with only the first one found, so he's trying to find where that second one is.
Oh no. I was just going to ask if everybody found it, but no, not Herbie.
You're also the only person on stream that actually took a red mage. Which really? I found kind of interesting. Yeah, I found it interesting. I would have taken a couple of them.
Yeah.
But then again, I also wouldn't have taken a black belt, even with the plus 20 hit %.
You would not have, you said?
Nope. I'm very anti-black belt.
Yeah, the winter tournament, you get used to not having the black belt as an option, which is great. It's great for,
Other than the fact that we lost the Mazza for it.
And Herbie B about to find that very necessary loot in the next box over from the main incentive item, kicking himself all the way. as we get a
Oh,
carry 2 fight for Maple and
Soft.
Kumo on their way to Kraken 1.
Soft, where was that X-Cal out of curiosity? And did you see what it rolled? Oh, well, -3, so nothing to write home about.
Nothing compared to the katana that was evidently in Marsh top, along with a ribbon. But you really didn't need it, Ravioli. Your party did well.
yeah, this felt like a true jet seed, you know.
Yeah, it really did. I didn't even get through like my snacks that I brought up for this. You finished too quickly. How could you?
Kraken on Maple's side doing a one shot on the black belt or the black mage, but the swing and the holy cast from that white mage getting some damage in 4 hits, 192. We got holy 162, another swing from the ninja 229. That is a dead Kraken 2, as Kraken 1 is pulled by Kumo on their stream. Getting the life magic out to bring back that black mage. Really wants all hands on deck as goes down to deal with a Tia 2 as Kraken 1 goes down for Kumo. Tia 2 is pulled. We've got some buffs coming out here on that knight. Swing for 1 something damage. Haste or fast, either way, coming out, wholly coming out from the white mage. Swing coming out from the Vorpal equipped knight. That is 177 damage. Nothing spectacular.
Yep.
More holy.
Vorpal Vorpal fangs by the looks of it.
Get the crit chance. Do not get the damage stacked. More fast coming out, this time on the ninja itself. Lock to get some dodging down. Holy coming out, more damage. This is a thicker Tia, in fact, I think, than Chaos was from what we saw from your swing, Ravioli.
Ravioli just kind of just punched Tiamat in the face. He players just use just names. Yeah, I know, it's shocking. I never see it. Dark Moon. It doesn't feel right.
Herbie B getting into C, checking the incentive or the hint giver, saying where the cube is in C, as Maple, our second racer on stream, taking a chaos pull. Can Maple pull off a chaos kill?
That's a very convenient kind of place for that hint giver to be. Hey, the cube's in this dungeon. Just go get it. Yeah, what do we got? What do we got going? I assume definitely some buffs. Oh, I was like, what was that? Was the white mage casting? It's harm 3. Ooh, nuclear coming out from chaos. Chaos is radioactive.
We did not see this previously, but as said before, Ravioli just kind of one-punch manned chaos with a consecutive normal punches. Bye-bye Black Mage, but that is a ablative meat shield character in this party. Swings out from the Thief, 475 damage. That is good damage done. Out of cast for that chosen damage spell, but switching up swing, 7 hits, 300 plus damage. Heal 3 coming out from the white mage. Swing from the knight coming out with that vorpal, 6 hits, 369 damage. This chaos is on its last legs. Swing from the knight coming out, 7 hits, 163. That is a kill on chaos for Maple. GG's in chat with a race time.gg time of 59:50. Our second racer to finish on stream and our second racer overall.
Yeah. GG's. Someone is having fun with those dots.
We know who that someone is, as we welcome Maple into the chat with us. GG Maple.
GG's, how's it going? GG's, ref.
GG Maple.
You killed it. Nice.
Oh,
Well,
thanks.
As Kumo takes on TO1, let's ask Maple the same question we opened up with Rav. What dictated your choice in parties based off these blurstings?
So these blurstings were pretty powerful, and I was looking at the BB and I saw that 20% hit percent boost, but it was the kind of thing where it's like I wasn't sure what that like boiled down to in levels, and I've been way more familiar with like just taking this like regular party comp than kind of anything else. So I kind of decided to just stick with what I knew, because I was pretty confident that like these blessings were fine for this group. So
So what did you think when you saw the Agama early and then eventually found the eye tile
I was
in
pretty excited.
Volcano?
I was pretty excited because I was kind of going into Volcano like not really thinking that I was going to be able to like knock out Carrie. And once I saw the Agama, I was like, okay, cool. I'll hit 13, then I'll like warp out and just happen to find that house right there, which was pretty clutch. So yeah, I took that to 13, then I saw the eye, and I was like, I'll take this to 16, and then that made me feel pretty solid about being able to knock out Carrie and just kind of go from there.
Understandably so, as we get Kumo, our third racer on stream, actually diving into Topher as Herbie B makes his way to Mirage to go climb the tower to the Dragon Queen.
Oh yeah, Ravioli, how you feel about that eye tile finding it afterwards?
Oh yeah, I just put in chat. I just laughed so hard when I found that. I said, "You got to be kidding me."
Oh man. How far did you take the Agama tile to?
I think I stepped out to save, or did I go to 42 and then I saved and then went back in? I went to 42 for sure.
Oh wow, nice.
But yeah,
You
I,
made
I,
sure
I
to
did an
bring-
off step. Oh, go ahead.
You made very sure to bring a fully operational punch cannon into combat.
Well, I was grinding, and then the off step encounters. The risk we were talking about earlier, was one of the enemies had glare, and I just dodged a bullet. I was in low 30s, but it's not completely safe. The hyenas, yeah, and that was scary.
Yeah, that was my experience on Friday with the eyes having glare and realizing, oh crud, I'm glad I have a ribbon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Either way,
Lich
GG's
2's
on
down.
Oh,
While we
yeah.
were talking, the speed bump got ran over again.
And here I was calling it an actual fiend. You're quite right. This time it is just speed bump Mark II.
He's always a speed bump. Mostly. Until you're all like... Until you give the feeds enough stats. then Lich can actually be maybe a fiend again. Yeah, like
Or you
90%.
roll a Lich's Revenge Seed.
Oh, yeah, I will go over how my first Lich's Revenge Seed went. That was funny, though. I may have stopped my timer after the first battle, and not the second one. At the end. Yeah, that flagset works weirdly. But that's near here or there.
Herbie B on the Bridge of Destiny as Kumo is making their way through
Dull
the
fighter.
fire floor towards Carry 2.
Are we gonna see a war mech?
Neither of our previous runners saw the
I've
War
seen
Mech.
it.
Ravioli, Maple, if you had seen it, I'm assuming you would have taken it.
I probably would have just out of habit, but honestly, I could have gotten by without it. I kind of had levels enough as it was.
I mean, the war mech could have always rolled unrunnable too, and forced you to kill it.
This is
Yeah,
true.
absolutely.
Well, that was a dead white mage from Carry 2, but a dead Carry 2 from Kumo, as Tia is pulled by Herbie in Sky.
Oh my goodness, we get to see the clean magic of the black mage. I saw life, cures 3, and something else.
That is a dead black mage on Herbie's side, but getting the punches out, having that black belt all the way down in 4th slot, with the party up. Fade coming out. Kumo pulling Kraken too.
Alright, how's this Kraken? Is Kraken gonna go down easily like we've been seeing, or is Kraken gonna put up a fight? No, Kraken's still alive. Nope. Alright.
Nope.
I don't think Kraken's doing anything tonight.
Yeah, just as Herbie B gets out of Sky and heads towards Toph, Kumo gets rid of Kraken 2 and heads on to Tia 2. Getting some fasting out, getting some swings, getting 422 done with that defense sword. It's putting in work. 450 or 452. Fade 310. That was a much faster Tia 2.
Yeah, that's a nice high rolled fade too. Ooh, unrunnable whiz vamps and zombie D's right here.
It's a scary party. Or
Eh,
can be.
Yeah, actually, I think it can be more scary than the Twilight Fan Club being just, you know, like one. I think it's what 1 to 2 whiz vampires and a bunch of normal vampires.
And Herbie B onto Tofa. 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 25 seconds as Kumo is onto Chaos. Go ahead and call it.
Oh, you want me to call this one? All right. Well, we're adjusting. Let's see here, where are we moving? Power bonk. That power bonk was not on the fighter this whole time. Might have to ask Kumo about that later. I guess it wasn't really needed though. Alright, what we got? Black Mage, casting fast. We got Power Bonk. Fast coming out from the Black Mage. I'm gonna assume some Viz 2. Yep. What's the Thief doing? White shirt. Alright, so even more evasion. White shirt. More Power Bonk. Assume that's more Viz 2. The screen's a bit blurry on my end, unfortunately, right now for some reason. Yeah, that is more Viz 2. Nuclear coming out. This could get nasty if Chaos keeps going through that skill list. Alright, what we got coming out? Heal 3. Where are we gonna see it? Alright, Fire Swing, 6 hits for, or X amount of hits for a grand, 10 hits, more damage going out. And then nuke by the looks of it to finish Chaos off. GG's to Kumo. Do we have a time for that?
Kumo finishing out the race in 4th place overall with a time of 1 hour, 7 minutes, 54 seconds. Off stream, we had our 3rd place finisher, Infinite Tape, with a time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, 43 seconds. And we are joined in the booth today with Kumo. GG.
I lost 7 minutes because of a zap from a freaking zombie.
So that was the wipe we heard about.
Oh no.
Oh, what was that? Was that the miracle wipe we heard of? Oh, that was in Ordeals, right?
No, that was in freaking Marsh Cave.
Oh, early on.
I was so close to getting out, and that zombie pack had zap.
That's very not nice of them.
So what did you think of getting the incentive items so early, the looses, and so close together?
Like right next to it. I was hoping nobody else would find them, but I guess everybody else found them.
That
Well-
Herbie B missed the loot.
Yep, Herbie B missed the loot.
Well-
Other than that, the group of 5-6 encounters like were all right at once. That wasn't nice, especially when you're going through a deep dive, like Topher with unrunnables.
Preaching to the choir.
Yeah, that encounter table was tough. Yeah.
Overworld's not a problem. Just reset out until you get the hero run. But
Yeah, but
Man.
the dungeons,
Dungeons
yeah, you can go
suck.
through a couple of them. I'm trying to remember someone probably in chat knows how many times you go through the entire counter table throughout Topher. But yeah.
Well, let's
No,
go ahead
one-
and ask you the same question we've asked the other two so far. What dictated your choice of picks for party?
I was actually I switched several times while I was trying to decide. At first I was gonna go thief, fighter, red mage, but then I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get the tail early, so I went to white mage, red mage, and I was like, I don't even know if I'll get the tail at all. So I went back to what I've been running this whole time for this flag set is thief, fighter, white mage, black mage.
Well, with the gear that was picked up, it more or less worked out. What did you think of when you saw the early Agama and then the eye tile and the same thing in Volcano?
Early Agama was, he gave me the levels I needed to level up a bit. And when I saw the eye tile, I was like, well, I have enough levels to beat Carry. Let's go beat Carry, and then go gain levels on the Thief and Fighter. They'll be my Carry. Pardon the pun.
It didn't even make. Yeah. Either way, on Restream, we've got Herbie B, our fourth racer on stream. Now on to Chaos's floor. Go ahead and take it away.
No,
Shout
no,
out Mr. B.
I took the last chaos fight. You take this one.
Okay, if you insist. That is going to be a. Oh, looking for it and not having the white shirt there. Gonna wait. Gonna go ahead and get a wall out on the black belt just for extra safety. Fast coming in and a swing. Fast gets out before the punches from the black belt. Black belt punches. 13 hits, but only 400 some odd damage. An extra wall coming out misses the punch on Thief by Chaos. Gonna go ahead and go with Nuke for the Black Mage. Get another punch coming out from the Black Belt. At some point, Nuclear comes out and wipes none of the party. Thankfully, everyone's standing. Fade comes out 126. Punch from the Black Belt is 17 hits, 1200 damage, and that is a GG for Herbie B, our last racer, to finish on stream in 6th place overall with a time of 1 hour 12 minutes 11. And our 5th place runner off stream, I should mention, was Khan at 1 hour 8 minutes 55 seconds. And we are joined in the booth by Herbie B. GG's.
Hey, thanks. GG's all.
GG.
GG.
GG's.
Yep, GG.
Gotta open with, how did it feel getting the hint about the loot?
That was bad, right? Because I was looting early and then I died in ice. So and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go looting in ice anymore. I just need to get the incent, and I already found one loose. What are the probability that the other loose is one room over? Oh man.
Well, beyond that, we'll again open up with the same thing that's been asked. Why did you go black belt, and why do you think it was the correct choice?
So I'm not sure it was the right choice. I was really tempted by the blursing, right? That plus 20% hit is really attractive. I haven't done a lot of practice with black belts. Normally I've been going kind of thief fighter white black. But yeah, I mean, I think I had a couple of unfortunate wipes in there. I think if I had done that, I think if I had located that, if I hadn't wiped in ice, or not ice, in Marsh and got that loot, that I probably would have done much better.
No, the real thing was just finding the Agama, and the question of, was that the best choice to take?
Yeah, it was, you know what, I thought about looking, but you know what, I took the one that I had versus searching for something else. Of course, it was super sad to see the eye right after that.
Yeah, as well as on the Agama floor, the first room with boxes, there's a very safe spot to take that tile, that same trap tile you're fighting, completely without the risk.
Without the off encounters, okay.
Yeah.
And the Roo stick this time around, of all things.
Was it in that box that was right by that trap tile?
No, it was the one above it, but it was in that room either way.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I have to forget that trap tile that is even there. I just remember it just offhand when I'm not needing to grind a black belt.
Either way, that is all of our racers on stream done, but we still do have at least one more racer in Group B who is running. That is Rax. We will hopefully find their time finished up soon. But while we've got all 4 of our racers on stream in chat, is there any thoughts you got on the seed? Starting Ravioli.
This was just a really fast seed, and I knew I had to just turn the jets on for sure. So definitely a fun race, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I had fun with this one. It's one of those ones that's pretty straightforward. but lets you go kind of fast, and I had a blast with it. So
Kumo?
It was a blast. RNG God looked down upon me at some point, but get up and you get back in the game. Thank you for everybody who participated. Fun.
And of course, last but not least, Herbie B.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a fun seed, right? I'm just excited to take this as kind of the first step in the Derby, and excited for the future weeks coming.
Did you ask Maple?
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
Maple
okay.
chimed in.
Okay, I spaced out then, clearly. My bad.
it's all good.
As fellow Duckling Derby participants, I know myself and Shadow Mr. D are very much looking forward to the next seeds to come.
Yeah, I need to start practicing. No floater, let's go. That's always a fun thing, not seeing floater. We're totally gonna get bad encounter tables and wish we had the floater, aren't we?
Oh, I hope not.
You mean like this last encounter table?
You should have seen ours.
If you think Luffy rolled you a bad early encounter table, Danny did us no favors.
Yeah, no. But speaking of, I guess it's for Raph Figs. You got any thoughts to say, Fabian?
Honestly, I was just glad to be able to see all our fellow competitors do what they did and be able to pick their brains, get some ideas of how it can handle in the future.
Yeah, no, it was definitely an excellent race, for sure. I'm surprised how quick it went. I sit here putting aside like 2.5 hours for this just in case it goes, the complete not good direction. But no, it was a very clean race. Do we have a final time still, or?
No, we still have one racer in going.
Speaking of that racer, this is Hate the 13th, the restreamer popping up. Just going to say we are going to go ahead and raid on over to said racer. Go ahead and cheer him on. Give him all the love you can.
I was about to make the comment. I was about to thank the race crew if we were going to be ending off here soon.
Go ahead and take over the rest. I just was interrupting.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Yeah. So
It's always appreciated.
Thanks to Hate the 13th for doing our restream. Luffy and I'm derping. Sofnum, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for doing the tracking, and thank you, Avian Hawk, for joining me in the booth. It's been a while since I've took up the commentary ropes. And yeah, and with that, I think, as Hate said, we're going to be raiding over to our last runner. Do we know who the last runner is?
Rax.
Alright, and we hope to see you guys all for the next Derby stream, which will be the 12th. Why is it that day? I won't it's fine. I'm gonna be busy playing stuff. But yeah, we'll see you guys later. I just realized it's on the 12th. That's the day Tears of the Kingdom comes out.
Sure does.
And I have to race.
I feel so bad for Rax. They're looking for the
I
loot,
do
and
too.
they